When I get up every morning, it doesn't feel like it's a job. Even when I have a client that might be upset and I'm on the phone with them, I'm there to help, and I love doing it. My name is Philip Levine, and I am the president and owner of South Florida Web Advisors. I specialize in helping small businesses with their website needs, typically building, hosting, maintaining the website, and I use GoDaddy as my back office tools to help me run the business. It's a very collaborative process that I have when I work with my clients. And what I bring to the table is the fact that I'm a local person versus a large company that's outside the area that doesn't have the local feel and touch. I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. My father was a partner with one of the large accounting firms. Growing up, we had a computer in the house. This was one of the ones that was like the size of a suitcase that the keyboard folded into it. So I always had an interest in technology just from what I grew up with, and that's what drew me into doing websites. I deal with a lot of people who, before coming to me, their web presence might have been on one of the social media websites, and that's all that they had for their web presence. And I say to them, well, you don't have control over what that social media company is going to do. They may decide tomorrow to completely change the way their platform works, and now what is your quote-unquote website looks completely different. So having their own website where they control the message, they control the look and feel is very important. The company is me, myself, and I. Although I like to say, if you look at my website, my tech support is my 8-year-old son. He has autism, so being an entrepreneur, being that it's my business, because of that, I can step away, and if he's having issues, I can address those. Whereas if I was working for a company, it'd be like, oh, I gotta step away. An employer wouldn't necessarily allow for that. I have always been involved with my synagogue, so when the opportunity arose, I was able to get onto the board, and in that role, I was able to help with technology for the temple, which also involved the temple website. The executive director at the temple does most of the day-to-day things, but I'm there to back her up and help with anything that she might need.
One of the things that people are really loving is this.
Oh, they like the timeline?
Is the timeline.
With the pandemic and everything, we actually had to embrace technology and do a lot more with streaming and Zoom. And so, again, I helped make sure that the website was all incorporated with that. What I enjoy when I'm not working is volunteering and then golfing. I live in a country club community. I only get out once a week right now because I am working the rest of the time, but there are times where there's a tournament or something that I want to partake in, and I pick myself up and I go play. The GoDaddy dashboard really allows me to manage and scale the business and also be remote, that I'm able to get to it from my phone, from any computer. Right now I'm managing about 400 sites plus or minus, and so that's what's nice is if I want to travel, I can still run my business. The main goal that I'd like to achieve with South Florida Web Advisors is really being able to produce beautiful looking websites for my clients that are kept up to date, and also giving back to the community. When I was coming up, when I was learning the technology, there were people who gave me tips and tricks and pointed me in the direction so that way I could learn the skills that I didn't have. I want to do that for the next group of folks. The most rewarding part of the journey, I would say, is to both learn from industry experts that are out there and getting to know people in the industry, as well as to teach the next generation of web developers that are out there and that are looking to learn more.